Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So, Donald Trump vows to pull out United States of America of Ukraine mess. He wants out. How? Sanctioning other countries. Of course, for the United States of America or for the American interest or for the interest in charge of the United States of America, mission accomplished. They did whatever they wanted. They got Europe by the balls. They try to impose sanctions on other countries with the pretext of tariffs and you help Russia. The Europeans are going to buy the interests weapons. The banks will finance the purchase. We will get works and revenue from taxes. And that's it, man. We won. So let's pull out. And then guess who's going to reconstruct Ukraine? We are, if Putin allows us. So this is one of the topics. Another topic is Trump declares Russia, and I'm quoting, extraordinary threat to the US. So everybody be afraid and accept to the limitations or to limits for us to limit your liberties. Okay? You got it? That's the whole purpose. Russia. Remember when he was Russia? And he was China, not Russia. And now he's the one. Extraordinary threat to US. Well. What does that mean? That means Russia can really fuck us up. Oh, is that news to you? If it's news to you, that means you've been listening to these guys for the past 3 years and a half telling you that we're going to destroy Russia, Russia's going to be destroyed, we're going to kneel that, Putin's going to be hung, and all that. No. Russia could not fall so easy. Why? For the beginning, let's put it this way, to start with, they have nuclear weapons in equal power as we have. So, just to start with, we're going to discuss why Trump now considers Russia extraordinary threat to the US. Probably he wants to say, you know what, we can't beat them, guys, therefore we need to talk to them. And that was one day before he made an offer to Vladimir Putin. And Putin said, okay, I accept your offer. And you say, what? Oh, you want to meet too? Oh, I think we're going to meet. That's how it, I think, occurred. And the last topic, Donald Trump tells the Europeans, back the fuck off, shut the fuck up. I'm talking to Putin. And then when I tell you to talk to Putin, you're going to talk to Putin. That is, Trump tells European leaders, there's no leaders. Those are public servants. That's what they are. Do not look at the presidents or the prime ministers of a country as being the leaders. They're not leading because they're always behind everybody else, looking at everybody's butts. Which one should I take now? No, they are not leaders. They're elected officials to represent and do our job in our names. That means we hire them, like you hire a plumber. The plumber is not your leader, is he? I mean, it depends how far you go with the plumber. So, Trump tells European leaders he'll continue Russia talks through in-person meetings with Putin. Why didn't they in Europe say that to Trump, I don't know, 2 months ago? Why didn't, let's say, the Great Britain stammer to Trump, you know, Trump, I want to talk to Putin and then I'll let you know what we talked. Why? Because, you know, the relationship, master-slave relationship. Or why didn't, I don't know, Macron, the independent guy with Brigitte. Why didn't he say, I'm going to go and talk to Putin, and after talk to Putin, I'm going to let you know what we discussed. In the meantime, take some cheese and some wine. Why? And why not the imbecile, from Germany, Merz? Why didn't he say, because you know who's in charge. And not Trump. Trump is not in charge. Trump is, this is the way it goes. It's a hierarchy. Trump is in charge, is the biggest slave or the most important slave of them all. And why? To whom? To the interests. They are the owners. And then Trump is the lead slave over there. Let's put it this way. Or servant, how you want to call it. The same thing, right? And then the other tards come after that. Sorry for being so truthful and blunt. Anyway, let's start with the first one. Russia Today. This is 6th of August. This is yesterday. Before he said, Russia, I want to talk to you. I'm gonna give in you. What's that? I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. Yeah, that's exactly how he said. I make an offer you can't refuse. That's how it occurred. And Putin said, okay, davai, I'm listening, my friend. Trump vows to pull the US out of Ukraine mess. How? The US president has increasingly threatened secondary sanctions of Russia's trading partners to pressure Moscow to take a peace deal. And the reaction is what? BRICS might have a little meeting to counter these guys. And you can say good luck, we'll talk about it. The US is working hard to withdraw itself from the mess of the Ukraine conflict. You can't. You have to accept defeat. The Russians will let you save face. And then, you will get out of it and you will reconstruct now what you destroyed. President Donald Trump told reporters on Tuesday, when asked why the US should keep funding Ukraine as Kiev grows increasingly more coercive in its draft campaign, Trump responded, this is Biden's war. No, it's not. Don't fool us. It's those interests that harness you and Biden and the guy or the person after you and after you and after you. This is not my war. Psst. But yeah, it's not. I'm here to get us out of it. It's a mess. And I'm here to get us out. Okay. All right. We'll find out. The journalist was referring to Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky's recent decree allowing the enlistment of men over 60. And I'm quoting Trump. I haven't heard that. When you say about 60 years old man, Trump said, but this is Biden's war. And he's working very hard to get us out. I don't think that's the case. I don't think he really wants these guys out yet. Obviously, you want out, but you want under certain circumstances, certain conditions. And he wants to set the conditions. I think it's a little bit too hard for him. Why am I so pink? Anyway, let's move on. Next one. The Telegraph. Trump declares Russia's extraordinary threat to US. This is from August, from yesterday. So extraordinary. Why? Let's see what the guy said. Donald Trump declared Russia an extraordinary threat to the United States on Wednesday as he rolled out the first sanctions over Vladimir Putin's refusal to stop the war in Ukraine. But it's not only one person here. Why don't you stop the war? Why don't you stop funding Ukraine? Why don't you tell the Ukrainians, okay, let's stop and agree to everything the Russians tell you to agree? You can stop the war today. See, it's the conditions, it's the terms. The same with the Russians. I think the Russians have the same right to say, hold on. Warte hier, mein Liebe. I'm going to agree to a ceasefire and stop the war when our conditions are met. Until then, see you in the ring. How did we get in the ring? You left the negotiation. They were not even negotiation table in 2021, October, November, December, January 2022, and February 2022, when the Russians were sniffing after you to talk about NATO guarantees that they will not enter Ukraine. You didn't want to talk. So we entered. So now, Billy Bully Boy, we're going to meet in the ring. And you don't like that. You want us to pull out from Biden's war? No. The guys over there in charge of you's war with your resources and the Ukrainians' blood. So here we have, stop the war. Let's see what else this guy has to say. The US president said he would hit India with an additional 25% tariffs. Yeah, he got it 50, and Indian Prime Minister Modi is going to go and visit Xi Jinping. And Trump said he's going to put sanctions and tariffs on China. And Xi Jinping is going to meet to Modi. And Putin goes to India. And Mr. What's his name, Lula da Silva of Brazil says, let's have a BRICS meeting and discuss how we're going to fight this bully boy. So what does that tell you? Do you think they're going to lay down their weapons? I don't think so. Why? They're strong enough, my friends. All right, so the secondary tariffs. I have received additional information from various senior officials on, among other things, the actions of the government of Russian Federation with respect to the situation in Ukraine. But he's not going to tell us. It is not clear what the additional information is, but a top Russian presidential aide said after the talks in Moscow that Russia had conveyed signals to the American side on the Ukrainian issue and received corresponding signals from Trump. Trump made them an offer. I made a video on that one early today. So it's a significant, it's an extraordinary threat. Why? Why aren't the Russians your friends? Why are they a threat? Why aren't they your friends? Well, let's change this. Pack. Different face? No, the same shit. Why? Why do you think that's so? Because of 1991. In 1991, these guys had the chance to befriend and take care of the world. And this is the consequence of them ruling the world for 34 years. This is it. You create an alternative group over there that's going to oppose your tyrannical globalist agenda, which is BRICS. And not only, now it's Russia, India, China. It's a military alliance, just so you know. They all have nuclear weapons. So what are you going to do? Shit. These are the consequences of your behavior. You're not a benevolent leader. You're not the philosopher king of Plato. You're not. You are trying to be a tyrant. And these guys grew while you were busy with diversity, inclusion, and equity. Like a fucking... I was about to say it again. Anyway, let's move to the next one. Politico. Trump tells European leaders he'll continue Russia talks through in-person meetings with Putin. The announcement follows the meeting between Putin and Trump envoy in Moscow. So he proposed, let's meet. And Putin said, okay, let's do it. President Trump told European leaders Wednesday he intends to meet with Russian leader. Oh, he's a leader now, huh? Putin in person, and later hold a trilateral with Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, suggesting Trump still sees the possibility of ending the conflict through diplomacy. So if it's not diplomacy, then the next one is what? War? What is it? What is it? Economic war? So the thing is like this. The servant-in-chief, Trump, tell the other baboons' servants, hey, I received order that I should stop this by talking with the evil guy. Now, I'm not certain that the evil guy is not part of the whole slave thing, and the owners also owned the evil guy, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out. So in this case, yeah, you let these guys know I'm going to talk to Putin. Who gave the order? Did you think, or do you think that really Trump himself, the entrepreneur in New York City, he showed up at the White House after I don't know how many hundreds of years of a certain kind of system now created as like this? He showed up and he a nobody in politics, and no fucking body, came in and told the FBI, CIA, the military industrial complex, and the big banks, the global banks that actually have been there for, I would say, hundreds of years. Yeah, some of them. They're over there, maybe 100, at least, not maybe, more than that, 1800s. They already have them, so that's more than 100 years already. He's going to show up and he's going to tell, well, I'm going to do this. When they started something, do you think Trump has the power to tell those guys, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. He's going to be smacked around, doesn't even know where it's coming from, when it's coming from. Yeah, I'm going to stop this. An order was received. Nobody talked to Putin for almost 3 years. Almost 3 years. No Macron, no the other one, the chancellor, no the prime minister, everybody. We don't talk to Putin. And all of a sudden this, nobody shows up with his fucking Trump Tower. Oh, I'm going to talk to Putin, man. Everybody, yeah. Do you really think that's the way it works? Do you think that the commoner, Trump, showed up at the White House, selected and given to us to validate through the electronic voting machines? Do you think this guy has that power? I mean, please. Anyway, so he's going to solve the problem. He told the Europeans, right? I'm going to do this. Of course you're going to tell the Europeans. You're just a messenger. All right? You are played as a messenger. Like the guys in the Middle East. Supposedly the guys in the Middle East listen to Trump. No, I think it's the other way around. The Americans tell them, oh, we're upset. Those guys will finish the job given to them by God. That's how it works. Okay? By God. Their God promised them. So fuck off everybody. Your God doesn't matter what he promised you. But hey, promise to those guys. So they will do whatever they want. The Americans will protest, not do squat. Those guys will flatten everything and everybody, will push everybody around, and then it's going to say, what did you say, America? Oh, yeah, stop that. Oh, okay, we stop. And everybody will be under the impression that those guys really listen to the Americans. Bull shit. They are doing it just to let everybody know that, hey, America is the main servant in chief that's going to be, oh, we're going to listen to the Americans. Just build the Americans' legitimacy. Like we are the guys in the Middle East. No, they are the guys in the Middle East. The rest is just servants to that master. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.